Okay guys, so for breakfast I just made banana ice cream and I made it chocolate flavor. So it really is all just frozen bananas, some coconut almond milk, and I used some cacao powder and then a little bit of vanilla extract, and that's literally all that I put in here. So now I'm just topping it with these vegan cookies and I'm just making it into crumbs. I just like to put a little topping on here, and it's maybe not the healthiest topping I could put on for breakfast, but I really like the flavor and it's not really a huge deal to me as long as it's vegan. Then I also like to add some coconut flakes, and these are organic unsweetened coconut flakes. I really like the flavor of coconut, so that would be why I add that on there. I'm just gonna add a little bit of cacao nibs to make it kind of cute. And then I made some PB2 powder, or I made some peanut butter sauce, which is with PB2 powdered peanut butter and just a little bit of the almond milk that I use, and I just make it into like a creamy sauce. So I'm just going to drizzle that on top of the ice cream. And I really like peanut butter and chocolate together, so it's basically more like a healthy dessert for breakfast. And this is the finished product. I'm making Trader Joe's quinoa, and it's microwavable, so since I have somewhere to be today, this is really good if you're on the go and you have to make something really fast. So I'm just making this, and then I'm cooking some black beans in here with some spices, and I'm just gonna put those together with some romaine lettuce. Okay, so this is the quinoa, and it's finally done. It actually only took like 6 minutes. So I am just going to put the lettuce in here, probably just off to the side a little bit. And yes, I'm literally eating my meal out of a serving bowl because I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna add the black beans. I think I'm just gonna like move this stuff over a little bit so the black beans can kind of go in there and you can kind of like see what the scoop is. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna, oh, I should use like a string. Alrighty, so this is the final thing, and I don't think I'm gonna add any like sauces or anything because this already has spices, the beans already have spices, so it'll probably be fine on its own. But yeah, this is just a super easy meal, and I might just actually wrap this up and take it on the go with me. So this took me a total of like not even 10 minutes to make, and it's obviously healthy and it's like a huge meal. Like I'm sure this will last me until dinner. Okay, so I'm making a tofu scramble for dinner, and right now I'm just steaming these sweet potatoes, or not sweet potatoes, sorry. They're just little mini potatoes. I cut them up, and it's not a lot, but this is just like part of the dish. But I'm gonna steam them first, and then I'm going to cook them on a pan. All right, so this is all the things that I'm going to put into the tofu scramble. So obviously I have the tofu, and this is an entire block. So when I put it into the pan, I'm going to crumble it up so that it looks like scrambled eggs, which is kind of the point. Then I have green onions, I have tomatoes, but I'm not gonna put the tomatoes in until later because they cook really fast. And I have yellow bell pepper. I have a little bit of onions, white onions mostly just for flavor. And then I have a bunch of mushrooms. I love mushrooms so much. So I'll probably put the tofu in first, then the mushrooms, and then bell peppers, and just kind of work my way in. And then this is also going in last. I'm just gonna put some spinach. I don't know if I'm gonna put all of that in, but yeah, so the potatoes are cooking, so I'm just gonna heat up a pan. And then I also have an avocado. I'll probably put some on top at the end when it's done cooking. So for the spices, I just used smoked paprika. I used a little bit of that, cumin, garlic powder, a little tiny bit of salt, and then turmeric powder to give it a yellow thing. So this is, I just put the spices on top, and I'm obviously gonna mix it all together. And unfortunately, this is not a nonstick pan, and none of my pans are, like the nonstick ones we have are really old, so they don't work very well. So I'm just gonna start cooking it and see how it goes, but if it starts to stick, I might have to add a little tiny bit of oil in, which obviously isn't ideal, and if I had a nonstick pan, I wouldn't, but gotta do what you gotta do. The potatoes are cooking. I basically just steamed them until they were pretty soft, and then and also it helps to cut them up so that they cook faster, obviously. So I just put them in this little pan with a tiny bit of vegan butter. I know, obviously not very healthy, not very ideal. And if I had a nonstick pan, I wouldn't be doing that. Or you can bake them if you want to, but I like them when they're crispy. And also my oven takes forever. So anyways, I just put them in here with a little bit of garlic powder. And then I added the mushrooms and the bell peppers into this. And so when the mushrooms and bell peppers have cooked a little more, I'll start adding the green onions and then the tomatoes and then the spinach. Okay, so I put the potatoes into this mixture and I just added a bunch of spinach and I'm just gonna let it wilt down a little bit and then I might add more, I'll see how much because it obviously shrinks a lot. So I'm just kind of stirring everything around and it'll pretty much be done after the spinach is cooked, and then I'll just add the avocado on top, probably put a little bit of pepper, maybe a little bit of ketchup, maybe some salsa, I don't know. And that is how you do it. That's how you do it. I highly recommend doing it oil-free, but if you have a nonstick pan, maybe I'll ask for one for Christmas. But yeah, you definitely don't have to use oil for this. I just did. So anyways, that is the process. It's actually really, really simple. Okay, so this is the finished product. I have some toast with it. I topped it with the avocado, some sriracha, some ketchup, and some black pepper. And I hope I can eat all of this.